It's Handley coming to you with 100,000 watts of healing, miracle working love. I want to talk to you today about health, telomeres, and aging, or prolonging your life. Let me give you a quick description of what we'll cover today. In this teaching, we'll discuss the importance of telomeres, describe where they are, how they function, and what you can do to possibly improve them, to enhance and prolong your life. I want to help you develop your skills, spiritual, mental, and physical, to help you be super productive for the Lord the rest of your life. My purpose in this message is to present some very simple keys to assist you in a successful future. So let's talk about health, telomeres, and aging, or prolonging your life. You probably have specific goals defined, either mentally or written, for short, medium, or long-term seasons. Let me assist you in accomplishing those with some very simple steps, as well as some information to enlighten you physiologically. I want to focus on prolonging your life. The longer you live, the more you can accomplish. When you're dead, you can't help anyone here on earth. I want also to present information on one of your best biological tools, telomeres. You might ask me, well, where are telomeres? A telomere is the end of a chromosome. Telomeres are made of repetitive sequences of non-coding DNA that protect your chromosomes from damage. Each time a cell divides, the telomeres become shorter. Eventually, the telomeres become so short that the cell can no longer divide. Also, telomeres keep the chromosome from becoming frazzled or damaged. And every time the cell divides, the telomeres also divide. But sometimes they can become shorter. And as telomeres become shorter, that's a clock that the cell is counting to know how old it is. And that will limit how many times the cell can divide without losing some of the important DNA on the chromosome. So let's discuss how telomeres function and how our bodies age. As more of our cells lose their telomeres and go out of commission without others to take the place, the body follows and begins breaking down. And telomeres don't leave or shorten quietly. Their shortening process has been linked with aging, with cancer, and a higher risk of death. So what can you do to possibly improve your telomeres? While science still isn't 100% sure how telomere length affects how we age, it's clear that the longer our telomeres are, the better. The good news is that there are a variety of lifestyle changes you can make today to lengthen your telomeres. Now, we'll discuss them in detail in a moment, but I'm just going to discuss 4 of those that we're going to cover right now. Number 1, control and reduce stress. Number 2, exercise regularly. Number 3, eat right and fast occasionally. And number 4, practice faith decrees and meditate based upon God's Word. So let's discuss each one of these lifestyle changes you can make in detail right now. Number 1, control and reduce stress. In the show notes of the podcast, I listed 3 links to some of my teachings as follows: stress, anxiety, and your brain. Also, dealing with stress in the end times. And then, healing from stress. And my friend, don't forget to rest. In Isaiah chapter 30, verse 15, the Lord tells us, "In returning and rest you will be saved. In quietness and confidence will be your strength." Now let's talk about a second way you can improve your telomeres. Exercise regularly. My friend, you cannot serve God effectively if you do not feel well. Eat right, exercise right, and think right. Listen, see, and speak right. Remember the 3 monkeys you learned about in grade school? Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. In clandestine ops situations like Special Forces and U.S. Navy SEAL operations, you must learn to observe the environment, to size it up. My friend, it's the same with your everyday life. Stop, look, and listen. What's going on? Is something out of place? Stealing your peace? Get back on track. The faster you get back on track, the less stress you will have in life, and you will be more effective in serving God productively with a longer life. Now let's talk about a third way you can improve your telomeres. Eat right and fast occasionally. Your mind, and therefore your body, can be abused by many things. At times there are hindrances to healing, things or conditions that are causing the sickness or affliction, and that must be dealt with before healing can take place permanently. Foods high in vitamins are believed to protect cells and their telomeres from oxidative damage. A diet high in antioxidant foods like berries and artichokes can slow down aging and help prevent or reduce cell damage. Additionally, taking a multivitamin supplement to bridge the gap between the foods you're eating and what your body needs might lengthen telomeres as well. One study found that women who took a daily supplement had telomeres that were about 5% longer than non-users. Also, proper nutrition, rest, sunshine, and exercise are all beneficial to a proper mental attitude and maintenance of good health. Scriptural fasting and honoring the Lord's Day or Sabbath contribute also to a proper mental attitude and are laws of God with built-in bonuses of health and blessing. Take time to read Isaiah chapter 58. Let me just give you a couple verses from that chapter. Then your light will bring forth like the dawn, and your healing will quickly appear. Then you will call, and the Lord will answer. You will cry for help, and he will say, Here I am. And another verse from Isaiah 58. If you keep your feet from breaking the Sabbath, and from doing as you please on my holy day, if you call the Sabbath a delight, and the Lord's holy day honorable, then you will find your joy in the Lord, and I will cause you to ride in triumph on the heights of the land. And now let's talk about the fourth way to improve your telomeres. Practice faith decrees and meditate based upon God's Word. I want to continue with a powerful concept, the vision and the miraculous. I've done a lot of writing on this. A more specific title might be Creating with Vision and Decision Through the Eye of Your Mind Mixed with Faith. To see with the eye of the mind, that is, to envision, can encompass the following: imagination, thinking, and decision-making. To cut out with the eye of your mind is to see it, or to think it upon the tablet of your heart or your human spirit. This will enable you to experience miracles, real miracles for the glory of God. In the book of Job, chapter 22, verse 28, we read an amazing truth. You will also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. In the original Hebrew language, the word decree is a primitive root form of the word getzar, which means to cut out exclusively, or to decide. In its primitive form, it's used also as a quarrying term, as in cutting out stone from a rock quarrying. It means more than to say or to speak. It conveys the meaning of cutting something out in your mind's eye, that is, to envision or to make a vision, to decide upon it and confess it, and then it will be established unto you. My friend, learn to spend quality time meditating and thinking, visualizing in the mind's eye of your heart the great things you want to do for God, the great things you want God to do for you. Plant and grow giant forest of good. Remember, God promised you that He is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that you ask or think. You can read that in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. My friends, spend time planting and cultivating your forest. Any worthwhile thing in life takes time, so why not spend good quality time planning and preparing your forest? Cut it out in your mind's eye, then decree prophetically and bring it into existence. Friend, you're going to have a wonderful future, and a productive life for God. A blessed long life. You shall come to your grave in a full age, like a shock of corn comes in its season. This has been your friend, Prince Handley, coming to you with 100,000 watts of pure, healing, miracle working love. Baruch haba Bashem Adonai.